Hey, what is going on everyone? My name is Danny GG, and today I'd like to thank you all for supporting me for 1 year on YouTube. Yes, 1 year ago today, I uploaded my first video onto this channel as Danny GG. And since then, I think I've come a long way with my content creation and also developed a lot as a person. So I put this little graphic together to show you guys some of my milestones throughout the past year, so maybe you guys might think it's cool. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video to acknowledge all the support you guys have been giving me over the past year and answer a few of your questions in a Q&A so you can get to know me a little better. So with that, let's get right into answering the questions from you guys on YouTube and Twitter. Alright, so first question is from Chonko Blanco, and he says, were you a fan of the Titanfall series before liking Apex? Yes sir, I was. I had Titanfall 1, day 1 for the Xbox One, absolutely loved it. Played Titanfall 2 a crazy amount, absolutely loved it. So when Apex came around, I knew I had to get my hands on it and have been playing that game since the first day it came out. So that's pretty much my second favorite game right after the Halo series. So thank you for the question. Next up we have Mr. Chief Enjoyer. He says, how's your day? Are you going to make short films again? Is Decino the definitive anime girl? How's my day? It's going pretty good, thanks. How about you? Are you going to make short films again? So he's referring to some of the older, really old videos on my channel. I used to do some short films back in high school. Probably not going to be doing that again, but maybe, you never know where things will take you. And is Decino the definitive anime girl? I don't actually know who that is, so I'm just gonna say yes. Next is from Legendary Master Chief. He said, what is your favorite type/archetype of character? I guess for this question, I would say like an Iron Man kind of character. So they kind of start out one way and have a long character arc where they kind of change some of their philosophies over time. Like Iron Man at first was very arrogant and, didn't want to have anyone else on his team. And then by the end, you know how it goes. So that'd be my question. Really love Iron Man. Next up, Marco Guzman says, ¿Hablas español? Yes, I do speak a little Spanish, mostly can understand it. And now Ultimate Halo says, if you could change anything from your favorite Halo game, what would it be? So first of all, my favorite Halo game is Halo 3. That's the one I definitely have played the most of growing up. But what would I change? Nothing. Halo 3 is the perfect game. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, the Hornet was probably my favorite vehicle in Halo 3, and I feel like in matchmaking, it was only on like 1 or 2 maps. Like you had it on Avalanche, and that might have been it, literally. So put the Hornet on more maps, or more sniper rifles on the big team battle maps. I feel like you're always fighting for the sniper rifle with your teammates. But besides that, the game really is almost perfect in my opinion for its time. I mean, people will debate me on that, but that's really all I can think. Thank you for the question, Fletch. I appreciate it. Evan Askew says, what is your favorite Halo song? This one's tough. A few weeks ago back, me and Carson Music did a Halo soundtrack tier list. That was a really fun video. And for memory, I'm going to go with Covenant Dance. But for most epicness, it would have to be Halo 2 Mjolnir Mix with the shredding guitar. It's just too good. Like any time of day you listen to that, and like it just makes you happy. It's so epic. Like it can be gym music, it can be work music, it can be sleep music, anything you want. It's amazing. Next from Gavlar88, he says, if you could forget one game and play it again fresh, what would it be? Now I really like this question, so thank you for asking. You guys might not expect this, but I would actually say Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That has been my favorite game on the Nintendo Switch as far as like a story single player game. There's just so much to do, so much to explore. I haven't even finished it yet, but there's so much in the game to complete, so it's pretty near impossible to finish it all. But just one of the best games out there. If you have a Switch and you don't have it, I don't know what you're doing. You got to get it right now, but that would be my answer, Breath of the Wild. Another one from Legendary Master Chief. He says, after Infinite has launched, what kind of DLC, campaign, and content would you like to see from the game? So that's really interesting because they've hinted at a lot of times there's going to be like a 10-year plan for Halo Infinite, and we really don't know what that means yet. I'm hoping they don't like Destiny it and just chunk everything up and do a lot of cut content and pass it off as DLC later. But assuming Halo Infinite has a complete Halo-sized campaign, like a Halo 3 or something, I'd like to see them just add on more campaigns. And we don't know what's going to happen, if Chief is going to stick around or if Arbiter is going to show up. But maybe if they just did a whole side campaign with the Arbiter or something as a DLC, a year or two down the line, that would be really cool. Another one from Evan says, what do you like about Halo? Is there anything from other games you'd like to see put into Halo? What do I like about Halo? One of my friends nailed this really. Halo as a game is a complete package. Like, I feel like if I go to play Call of Duty, you play the multiplayer. If I go to play Apex, you play the Battle Royale. There is no campaign. Titanfall, at this point, pretty much you play the multiplayer too. But Halo, you have the campaign. You have the PvE side with firefighting campaign. You have the multiplayer. You have the competitive side of multiplayer and the social side. If you have people on split screen, like, you can't hop into Apex and like play a fun game. Like, every game in Apex is a sweat fest. So like Halo, it can be casual fun, it can be competitive fun, it can be PvE. It really has everything. Forge, if you don't even like to shoot people, just like build stuff, which is really cool. So that's why Halo is the best. That's why I want to cover it, and that's why I've always liked it since I was a little kid. So and Roadman says, what do you see your content and channel looking like a year from now? So hopefully Halo Infinite is out a year from now, but you never know when I'll be 7 years old. But I like to do a lot of game nights, like custom map features, like not necessarily my maps because I'm not the best forger, but like kind of meme videos. But also I do like to make some more like analytical content, so depending on how the multiplayer turns out, covering like tips and tricks for the multiplayer. What does the gun meta look like if there is a battle royale or like a new game mode, kind of covering strategy for that. Yeah, there's really a lot. It's really just going to depend on what the game gives us, if it ever comes out. So thanks for the question. Gubama says, when are we getting married? Bro, right now. And from J24 Yeehaw, he says, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get Halo Infinite? Definitely play the campaign. I'm not like a guy who plays the campaign a million times, but I hate to have things spoiled for me. So step one, fly through the campaign as fast as I can. I don't care, normal, heroic, whatever. I want to know what happens in the story. Like, I still want to take my time with it, but I'm not going to like mess around with the side missions. I'm going to go through the campaign, learn all the story beats, and yeah, because if I read something the next day on the internet or the day of it comes out and it's like, Master Chief dies or something, I'm gonna be mad. So I want to experience that for myself. So thanks for the question. And my friend Tim says, will Da Bears go to the Super Bowl? No, I don't think so. Sorry. And from Twitter, Maddox says, which Apex legend would you sit down with for dinner? So I guess this could be like two questions, would you like as like a friendly dinner or like a romantic dinner? So friendly dinner, definitely like Pathfinder, and a romantic dinner, definitely Pathfinder. Another question from the rich Mr. Chief. He said, why did you leave the short movies? Are you planning to return to that content? He really wants these short movies. How's your day? Are you going to help me get the hell out of this country? Help me, I am in Yeehaw's basement. What the And on Twitter from Patman Gaming, he says, who is your favorite Halo YouTuber and why is it me? JK, congrats on 1 year. Thank you, Patman. I appreciate that. If you guys don't know Patman, he also does really great Halo content, so go check him out right after this video. And one last question from Zedjik on Twitter. He says, Master Chief or Arbiter? Gotta go Master Chief, man. I mean, I love the Arbiter. He's cool, but Master Chief is that boy. He's the green boy, so gotta go with him. So I appreciate you guys all sending in your questions. I hope my answers were good enough or provided some value for your day. And really, we can only go from here with Halo Infinite, hopefully releasing in November of this year. So make sure to stick around for the channel for more content. Like I said, I plan on doing game nights and custom games and strategy guides, analysis videos, all sorts of things. Also, if you'd like to join my community Discord, I'll have a link for that in the description below. But thank you again for 1 year. I'm super excited to continue doing this. It's been really fun, and we are just getting started. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next one.